anything you can see in here is significantly better, in my opinion, on the model that I just showed you, so I don't typically open this up. I do sometimes tag renal arteries or renal veins on this model. The renal arteries are tucked behind the renal veins, so here's a red renal artery, here's the other red renal artery. Blue vessels are the renal veins, taking blood from the kidneys back to the inferior vena cava. I do use this model potentially for the ureters. You can see two ureters coming down from the kidneys, taking urine to the urinary bladder. This model has interchangeable male and female pelvic organs. Some of the structures on these pieces are reproductive structures. So if you took pictures today, or you're going to, I'd sort of take every angle of this. You'll eventually need it. This piece, if it were sitting in this model, this would be the approximate orientation, where the big golden structure is the urinary bladder. This is the male bladder that I'm holding on to. And although we haven't talked about it yet, I'll just tell you, below a male's bladder, there is a structure called a prostate gland. So this is the prostate gland. I do sometimes open up the male bladder. You can see the folds inside. The folds inside are called rugae. You can also see that smooth triangular area that we talked about in lecture. That smooth triangular area is called the tridome. The female pelvic organs look like this, and if it were sitting in the pelvic cavity, this would be the approximate orientation. It's kind of hard to push into it on this model, but this is the golden colored urinary bladder, and this is part of the uterus resting on top of it. The female bladder, if you open it, there's not a lot of detail that you can see. So even though the female bladder has rugae, which are the folds, and has a tridome, which is that smooth triangular area, I usually don't tag those here. They're better seen inside the male bladder.